What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our lawn. It has been a minute, a month. I have filmed a couple of things, but they're for the putting green, and since it's at the end of the season, not really anybody watches any of these videos, so I think they're good ones. I want them to do well. They will be for the spring. They're filmed on the best way to go about getting a putting green. It will follow along to the green expansion, and then also how much time does it take to have a putting green. Spoiler alert, it's about an hour a week. But I figured, hey, it's about time to get back on the horse. I have been busy. I've been doing a thing, that blue guy back there, and I haven't filmed any of that because it's the first time I'm doing anything like that. I'm distracted enough just trying to figure out and plan and do, and I'm already making mistakes even without having to worry about the camera and about you guys. So what we're doing today is the only fall task that you have to do. You don't have to aerate, you don't have to dethatch, we don't have to overseed. All of that is nonsense when you're in year 4, year 3, year 4 in maintaining a yard. It's nice. It's nice all the time. It looks nice. I don't need to dethatch it. I don't need to aerate. I don't need to do any of that. It's fine. We're just gonna mow. So the first thing, as you can see behind me, leaves and sticks. So my least favorite task is bagging up leaves and sticks, and then we're gonna get a mow on the putting green, and then we're gonna walk and talk and tell you a little bit about what has gone on, where we're at, what sort of condition we're in. And yeah, with that, let's just get into it. Always too lazy to pick this stuff up when I'm done. And then it ends up being a problem when I'm trying to do something else. So this is my setup for lighting at night. It's just an outdoor power strip. And it's not very pretty, but I run an extension cord down here from my garage into that. And then up in the trees, I have they are from Nova Stella, but you could pick up Govee, you could pick up anybody's smart floodlight. And I just have those on. They're up in the trees. I have 5 of them back here. With the fairway extension, I will need to get probably 6, 7 over there to light up down that way. I'd also like to get another one that throws back off the back of that tree. But it works fantastic. You can play out here. It's plenty bright, and it's a great time to extend, you know, when the days start getting dark, 5:30, 6:30, and you don't have as much time to be back here and playing. It was huge for me to be able to do this. So it's there at least was a time when you could get 4 of those for $100. I mean, I would highly recommend. They've lasted 2-3 seasons now. I have them lighting up the front of my house as well. They're smart, they're RGB as well as white dedicated LEDs, so they're still pretty bright. I like them, huge fan, would recommend. And just like that, a single cut with the rotary mower and a double cut with the reel mower later, we are all cut. And this is in as good a shape as we can expect given the year that I had. So again, surgery, this doesn't get taken care of. It gets really dry. We lose a lot of it. It goes dormant. It's super brown. Bring it back to life finally. Then I miss a disease application, which I haven't talked about yet. Miss a disease application, and also over apply quinclorac to deal with some crabgrass that I had back here. Neither one of those combined very well, so I had disease pressure, and I think the quinclorac caused a little bit of damage into the bent. So we lose some of them, and with that we can go and kind of look at some of those areas and talk about it. Areas like this right here, this was all entirely filled in, looked like everything else, but then I lost it due to disease pressure and the stress put on it from quinclorac. So we have some of these bare spots all throughout that were not here previous. There, for example, right there. And that's just a learning experience and a product of time, right? So I missed a fungicide application. That's just a product of the time that I have and the amount of time that I've spent out at my son's soccer complex. I've been fertilizing, mowing, watering, helping out there. The fields look fantastic. Been super happy with how that's going, but it's taken a ton of time from back here. So I missed a fungicide application and lost a little bit. Quinclorac, I didn't pay enough attention to detail. Instead of going at an ounce per thousand, which is the max rate that I can do on bentgrass, I probably did 1.2, 1.3, and I really would have been better off at a half of an ounce to 3/4 of an ounce. That's just careless. That's just a lesson learned that I won't make again. And hopefully because I made it, you won't make it either. So other than that, the fairway's back. So we have 3 areas. So if you're gonna do a bentgrass seeding and you don't want to overseed, I can show you the 3 stages of progress and what you can expect over time. So this is the bentgrass seeding that happened last May, entirely filled in. Looks absolutely mint. I love it with every fiber of my being. Back here was last year's fall seeding. Again, it looks worse now than it did, but you can see some of these areas over here still yet to fill in. Haven't done it yet. It did creep a little bit this season. But it's probably going to take a while, if ever, for this section to have grass on it. And then we swing back. This was seeded this year. I did a video on it that you would have seen. And again, much like all the other areas, this is what that first area used to look like. So where it was thick in some spots, but we had the bare areas where there wasn't any seed that germinated. And so I know with absolute confidence, all of this is going to fill in and look fantastic. And just like that, when the green is done, similar story on the green, where the mist fungicide and the quinclorac combined to cause some damage. This line is the difference between green extension and old existing green. So you can see this was damaged and hurt a lot more than the old stuff was, just because it's older, it's more established. That's just a mistake. It's come along since we did that back in, I don't even know, I'll put it on the screen. However, because I think instead of when I did this down here, when I had sanded, I watered every hour for 5 minutes. This I watered every 4 hours. I don't think I had anything germinate. So if you're gonna seed into sand, you gotta water near constantly. So that's the lesson we've learned. But a lot of the grass that was here has come back. It's starting to fill in. It needs more sand. It needs a lot of things that I haven't had time to do. But all in all, far and above the best season. And now with the green the size that it has become significantly more usable. The difference between 500 square feet and 1,000 square feet with a backyard putting green is huge. And so that wraps up the State of the Union here in our lawn. A little bit of catch up as I've been on the road, talking to you about what's gone on, what has transpired back here in the golf course. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it, you want to follow along to everything we're doing here. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Leave any comments, questions you might have below. With that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time, and for now, it's time to do the thing, the whole reason why we spend all this time back here. See you next time. I've been back here. I hit exactly 0 good chips.